So to kick this thing off, you got a big one. To me, this is one of the best fights on the card. It's not in the top six, but it's one of the top six fights to me because it's the lightweight division. And you got Terrance McKinney versus Damir Hadzovic. And both of these guys got 7 losses, right? 15-7, 14-7, USA versus Denmark. So it's not like when you look at it, the numbers in terms of the wins and losses that it's exciting like that. But we all know what Terrance McKinney's capable of. We know what Damir is capable of. And to me, that makes it an exciting fight. So let's start with this one, and then we'll get into the main card. So check this out. In the lightweight division at UFC Saudi Arabia, you got Terrance McKinney coming in at 15-7, American, taking on Damir Hadzovic, 14-7 from Denmark. So both guys with very similar records. McKinney's 1 inch taller at 5'10". He's 30. I mean, right in the prime, still getting better every time we see him. Hadzovic has been in the game for a while. He's 38 years old. McKinney, 4 inch reach advantage. He's a switch stance fighter, always important, and an advantage. Hadzovic stands right-handed. McKinney leads Hadzovic by like 1 significant strike per minute, so you're looking at 15 significant strike advantage, 5 per round. Should this fight go to a decision, McKinney also dominates on the ground with 1 takedown per round. So, not only is he landing takedowns, but he's utilizing the ground and pound. He also has an 85% takedown defense. He lost a tough fight against Esteban Ribovic last time out by first round KO in just 37 seconds. But before that, he won 2 in a row against Brendan Marotte, first round KO, and a first round KO against Mike Breeden. Before that, he lost to guys like Ismail Bonfim, tough fighter, Nazim Sadikov. And one thing you see in all of McKinney's fights is somebody's getting finished. I mean, he's had about 10 UFC fights, and every single one has been a finish, one way or the other. Then he's 5-5 in the UFC. So that ought to tell you likely something's happening here. He likes to take chances. Sometimes he pays for it, but it's always exciting when he's in the octagon. Now, Mark Diakise beat Damir Hadzovic by decision last time out with 8 takedowns. That's interesting. But Hadzovic beat Yancy Medeiros by decision, 2-2 in significant takedowns, 121-103. He led in significant strikes. So he's very capable of throwing down. He's very capable of taking the fight to the ground. But he's got a 34% takedown defense, and that leads me to believe that McKinney is going to land some takedowns and really control Hadzovic throughout this fight. He should easily win 2 rounds to 1, maybe 3-0 if it goes that long. But I think McKinney puts Hadzovic away with the ground and pound. The ref will be forced to stop it. That's what I think is going to happen. So forget the numbers here. Just focus on McKinney's going to land takedowns, and he's definitely going to utilize the ground and pound to get a big win here to move to 16-7, in my opinion, lightweight division, UFC, Saudi Arabia. Yeah, so we kick things off with a huge lightweight fight, and I got to go with Terrance McKinney. I like guys like him, Joaquin Buckley, a bunch of others like him that they sort of came in at the same time, right? It seems like there's different waves of fighters coming in, and if Terrance McKinney's ever going to make a run, which he's never going to fight for a title, I would guess. But if he's ever going to make a run, it's got to start happening now. I mean, the time is definitely now. How long are you going to wait? He's 30 years old right now. He's in the prime. Should still see him get better and better over the next 3 to 4 years. But 3 to 4 years goes quick. You're talking 5 or 6 fights. So I expect him to come in here and put on a show and get the job done.